special with their lives, and they're actually going to be coached and trained, believing themselves that they can be and have and do whatever they want. And have all these tools, and we enjoy these successes. Who are we?
I'm here with two special individuals, Michael Phillips and Wael Hussein of Keller Williams Legacy. And before we get into this, I want to personally thank them and this great brokerage for their continued contributions and involvement with the board. I also want to mention two special board directors that are with us from your office. They do a fabulous job. That's Zia Amin, she's our treasurer now.
Yep.
And I also want to acknowledge Eddie Haidar, he's doing a fabulous job.
Thanks for having us, brother, and we want to congratulate you on the job you've been doing so far. I love the energy you're bringing to the board, and Wael and I both have had a lot of respect for you. You know, you're a professional, and we've had a special eye on you because we know that you love like education in the business and helping people be better. And so to see you in this president role, we're very happy for you, and we're proud to support you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And this is here. It's not about me. This is all about you guys.
I think we'll do a little bit of both.
Yeah, Michael, we wanna hear more about you, Wael, and this beautiful office that you have.
Thank you.
These beautiful agents that you have. Tell us a little bit about, a brief history about KW Legacy.
Yeah, brief history, real quick. I could go for hours about it, but just to summarize, Legacy was built with the vision of building a company and putting a company in my hometown, Dearborn, Michigan, that I love, that puts a heavy emphasis on training, coaching, development, and really just consistently pushing the bar of real estate in Dearborn, of how can we do business better? How can we provide better service? How could we continuously up our marketing ideas? How can we just be better? And knowing that if we continuously push that bar to be better, the competitors watching are going to also raise the bar of their level of service. And that kind of like was instilled with me, I would say early in the early like 2010, 2011, I was doing a lot of business with individuals and real estate professionals from outside of Dearborn. And Dearborn real estate professionals had just a really bad reputation. And I took that personal because I thought I was a professional and I do business at a very, very high level. And when I found that my community and the people that I love had this kind of like bad eye on them from the outside, I'm the kind of person that say, oh yeah, watch, and I'll change it. So I really, just started, obviously, of course, started with myself, improving my practices. And then as I was doing that, figured I love to teach. I spent a lot of time in my life coaching youth sports and whether travel baseball, youth football, high school football, and I loved coaching, I loved teaching. So I just kind of built a fire in me to build a company that is built on that, training, coaching, developing, doing things at a higher level. I couldn't have done it without this man right here to my left. He's one of the greatest real estate coaches in the industry. In my opinion, like hidden, like kind of like under the radar, except if you're here, if you're at Legacy, you know what Wael brings to the table. So
absolutely,
he's the leader in that.
And the reputation's there. We see it. We see what you're doing in the community. We see the success that's coming out of this office, and it's great. And also pertaining to Wael, I could tell you one thing. He does a lot with the board as well. He's like our go-to guy for grievance. He's on the grievance committee.
Right.
There's a lot of things, and he's got a lot of knowledge.
Yes, he does. For sure.
Go ahead.
Thank you for the kind words, both Sam and Michael. And honestly, we discovered a need early on among our community of agents who are our brothers and sisters, and we love and we want them to do well. We quickly found the need that agents really want to do well. They really want to succeed. They really want to be that professional. They just need the path. They need to be put on that path of how can I get there? And what we offer here at Legacy is we offer you the path. We offer you the resources, the manual, if you want, and it's all going to be on you to do the actual work to get there. The numbers, the success, the sales, the market share, all that stuff follows really first and foremost making up your mind and making up the way you think about wanting to be better. And I can't think of a better place where you can actually put that career path in a better gear than being with Keller Williams Legacy. So what we do is simple, but it's not easy, right? What we do is very simple. We change the way people think about what they want to get so that they can go out there and get the things they want to do for their families, for their lives. But it takes a lot of hard work, and it takes a lot of sacrifice on both our part as leadership and the part of the agents as well. So we're blessed to be in this journey, and the fact that you are at the realm of DABOR, at the head of DABOR right now with being the president, and I'm watching all the initiatives that are taking place, we are really in a very, very good spot with the increased number of memberships. And again, like Mike mentioned, the competition actually is a good thing. You know, the competition is not necessarily our opponent, they are our partner in that game that we're playing, right? So we better ourselves, they better themselves, and in return, we better ourselves, and it's a reciprocated back and forth. It's only gonna elevate the level of real estate in Dearborn Heights to new levels.
And we did that. You know, we did that. I can confidently say with the launch of Legacy, has helped all the brokerages in Dearborn really just kind of up their level of service. I think every real estate brokerage since this company was in Dearborn remodeled their office since we did, and actually improved the services they were giving to the agents, and I chuckle about that, but it's a fact.
Yeah.
You know, we did do that.
Competition is key. I
For sure.
totally agree.
On Wael's note, like if anybody ever asks me what we did, one thing that I love about this place, you're gonna see we have, you know, alhamdulillah, today we have over 150 agents in our brokerage. The average age of those 150 agents is 27, and they're doing phenomenal. So like I take a lot of just pride every day when I pull up to this place. My heart just fills up with gratitude that a place was built here to help the young professionals in our community create something special with their lives, and they're actually going to be coached and trained in it. So if anyone asks me, what do you do? I'll say we do these 4 things at Legacy in this order. Starts with we inspire. We inspire agents to believe in themselves, that they can be and have and do whatever they want in life. And then we train them on the bare basics of, if you want to be successful and if you want to have these things, this is the training that you're going to go through, and so you can achieve it. And then once you have the basic training model set, then we're gonna coach you. And then we're gonna coach you through that, and we're gonna call the plays, and we're gonna tell you, okay, then this is the next step, and then this is the next step, and then this is the next step. And then we're gonna lead. We're gonna lead by example of when we have all these tools and we enjoy these successes, who are we and how do we lead as professionals in our industry, as contributing members of our community? And that's the order that we do it: inspire, train, coach, lead.
There's so much more to real estate than just that. More importantly, the holistic approach to real estate of how to become a better money manager for the money that you're going to make. How do you build your own wealth? Mike teaches a lot of lessons on wealth building, creating that passive income, creating that portfolio. We are helping people do better for themselves through real estate. It's only natural and committed on us to do the same thing for our agents and for ourselves. So we are on that journey as well of personal growth, professional growth, and also creating our wealth through real estate. Now you know how to write an offer, now you know how to take on a listing. What more training you want? I don't need to come to the training. There's so much more to that training than just simply buyers and sellers and transacting business. As you start getting into of course you need that basic training, but as you start going higher and higher into your career, you're gonna realize quickly you need wealth building, you need to understand how to do real estate at a higher level, and so on and so forth. So the journey never ends, and it's that infinite game of continuously learning, continuously improving, continuously getting better. That's why you see agents in our market center who are at the startup, and you see ones who are emerging, I would say, emerging talent, growing talent, and then we have some of the top agents in the market who are already established that still find Keller Williams Legacy to be a home for themselves, to grow and do more and do better. So we try to encompass all levels of production and not just the startups.
Right. So do you have an ultimate goal or a vision of where you would be in the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, actually, right now we're working on building a Legacy downriver. So we're looking to put another market center down there. And we have heavily focused on creating future leaders with the 5-year goal in mind. a heavy emphasis that kind of like we live by every single day to day, and our motto is just get better one day at a time. So we don't really put too much emphasis on that 5-year, although we are looking to spread kind of like the influence and the gift that we've been giving to people through, you know, our years of hard work in a greater region than just Dearborn.
No one succeeds alone, and we know that we didn't get here on our own without the help of so many people that influenced us along the ways. We were at one point young leaders ourselves that looked up to a lot of the leaders in our community who are still doing a, you know, fantastic job. Those were our idols, and the same thing. What we're hoping for is we're hoping to look and find the next talent, the next Michael Phillips, the next Sam Sakka, the next Dave Abdallah, so on and so forth. We are looking to find out who of our young talent that's going to take on and grow with us. We're only going to grow as far as our people grow.
Hey, it's time for the board to be a little bit more involved. We want to come to you instead of the approach of, hey, come on over to us, right? And I feel that the board will bring a lot of value in your growth and the tools. It's more of a collaborative effort as far as community work that we could do, and it's really to strengthen our industry. And maybe a little thought about the industry, how you guys feel about it.
We've been talking about this since, you know, we opened this company. Everybody was talking about is, you know, all these other companies are just buying homes directly from the sellers, or when COVID hit, people were talking about buying a home virtually. People who transact real estate transactions need a couple things. First and foremost, they need a trusted fiduciary to kind of guide and protect them through the process, that they know either has experience, they know a little bit about their character to handle the fiduciary end of the transaction. Secondly, when buying a home, it's not like I'm buying shoes or clothes or optional items that I don't really need. And something that like people don't talk about enough of is you can feel a home. Like I need to go inside of a home and I need to actually feel it, smell it, look around, observe it, use my 5 senses inside of a home to know, like, does this home feel like home to me?
Right.
So I don't think there's ever going to become a day where people are just transacting real estate like online or through an app without actually visiting and seeing and feeling and smelling and understanding, is that home for them? And they're going to need a human that takes care of the fiduciary role of putting that transaction together to decide whether they want to buy it or not. So I'm very, very confident that we, as trusted fiduciaries, just like a doctor is, just like an attorney is always going to be needed in this industry.
The learning lesson from us doing so is the technology is good. It opened up a whole lot more opportunities for us to be in touch with more people.
It helps us.
It helps us. And with that said, yes, there'll never be a time where people are I don't think they're gonna be swiping right, swiping left, clicking buy, done, close, and take the keys. That will never happen. Now, our job is to understand that if 87% of buyers first look at a home is online, me as an agent, I have to think, I have to have some online presence. I have to have some powered technology with me. So we always talk about the tech-enabled agent versus the agent-enabled tech, right? The disruptors came in and they wanted to create this technology that does everything that the agent does. Everything. Oh, you don't need an agent to control the home. We can click here and you can do that and you do. Okay, great. What this technology is not able to do is get that relationship, get that fiduciary responsibility. And like Mike mentioned, there are people who go their entire life without experiencing buying a home, without experiencing selling a home. So that's how important that the transaction, right, for the lack of a better word, of buying and selling a home. Again, the product that we are involved in requires a level of trust. People have to not only like us, they also have to trust us to be able to put their faith in one of probably the largest asset that they'll ever purchase in their life or sell in their life. So we are in a great spot as an industry. We're in a great spot as real estate agents. However, those of us who are going to fight that technology, meaning like, yeah, no, I'm not going to let this, they're going to find themselves left at the train station. I think we need to jump on that technology and employ it to our benefit. And employing it to our benefit means if my clients are insisting on going online and searching, I have to have some serious search presence online. I have to have some serious online reviews online, so I'm standing above the competition and above everyone else. So I think we're in a great spot. Now, with that said, those agents who refuse to continue to learn, refuse to continue to train themselves on better tools, refuse to keep up with what's going on, they're gonna find themselves also obsolete in a sense, because the consumer is gonna know more than you about what's going on.
Right.
And there's nothing worse than your client keeping up more or knowing more about what's going on than you do as a real estate professional.
There's a code of ethics that we really like to implement, where we do what's best for them.
And that code of ethics is what helps you get on that fiduciary journey of building strong relationships. Because you can transact real estate for short term and make money and then not ever build a relationship, and finding yourself every month and every week, month in, month out, looking for that new deal, looking for that new client, looking for that new thing, as opposed to saying, I'm going to work on developing relationships where these clients are my clients for life, and they're gonna send me their referrals because now I have the fiduciary where they trust me on everything we conduct on real estate. So we're always spending extra amount of time in the training room talking about transactional versus relationship based. Transactional versus relationship based. Where do you want to find yourself? As a realtor, you find yourself more with the relationship based. As a real estate agent, you'll find yourself a lot more with the transaction side. So
Great. Anything else for closing arguments?
Sam,
So
we wish
thank
you
you
the
for
best,
coming.
Thank
brother.
you guys
Thank
for
you to
having
have
me.
us.
This was
Thank
great, and I look forward to doing more things with you guys in the future.